Oh, all right. Ugh. Oh, I just got home. I can finally relax, play some video games, just like God intended. I'm here. Oh, I wanted to start at 9 o'clock, but so normally what I do is I normally gym at after work at like 7-ish. I go with my friend. Hello, hello. Okay, so I see that there was partial controller support here. Hello, I'm glad to see y'all are here. I thought there was supposed to be controller support here. Whatever, it's fine if there's not. But this is like, I'm kind of late on the trend, but you know, better late on the trend than never. Well, I can't alt tab from this very well either. Oh, controller support works nice. I'm like late on the trend, but I wanted to try it. I wanted to try this the new Rage Bait game at least once. Oh, I just pressed exit. I think I'm kind of dumb today. But yeah, I just got home because I wanted to start at 9. Because normally I plan to gym at 7, and that takes me like hour and a half. I get home, I eat dinner, you know, all that other fun stuff. And then I can start at like reasonable time 9 and play for a bit. But I normally go with my friend, and he said he was busy until 8. So we had to settle for 8 for better or worse. I was there for a while. So which one, what's the selection? Okay, I'm going to use the mouse to click this so I don't exit again. I'm actually in fairly good shape. I don't want to brag, but I could probably beat up a 5-year-old. I don't want to brag. Oh, there's different boulders, really? Speed run, what the heck? Weight? Bounciness? They have bounciness? Easy, ew. For speed runs. I hate sweating, but I'm completely fine with sweating if I like can move heavy weights. It feels good. I just like one of my friends. Oh, still here? Yeah. You know, so it's kind of similar to this guy going to the gym. Yeah, I have another friend who's like, so the way that I do my training cycle is I do a push day, which works out chest, triceps, and shoulders. Oh. Aish. Wait, this seems kind of, I'm an anxious, depressed. Well, if you go to the gym, you could be an anxious, depressed, fit man. And maybe going to the gym will help a little bit, you know? You never know. Yeah, so if I don't work out for a while, when I start to sweat again, I'll like itch. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a weirdo. But like, if you get into a rhythm, it's honestly not that bad. I think I'm not gonna make it. I think I'm not gonna. Maybe it'd be better if I use mouse and keyboard here. Maybe mouse and keyboard's the way to go. No, that doesn't feel any better. I've seen other streamers play this, and people play this, and it looks, I don't want to say it looks easy, but it doesn't look the controls feel so wonky, because the boulder's also like slipping out of your hands. The thing about swimming is you have to get used to the chlorine. Ooh. See, this guy's pushing a 20-ton boulder with the strength of his arm and ass. Alright. Stop, fuck. Alright, let's see. Controls. There's a run. Oh, this is run. Okay. Left trigger is run. You could use baby powder. The baby powder, I mean, I guess if you're like itching maybe I need for it to stop first. Yeah, so you might be going to like a heated pool then. So FeNO regulation water temperature is between like, well, minimum is 72 for FeNO regulation. But a lot of pools keep their water at like 88 higher because water always feels colder than like air temperature for whatever reason. But some people feel the chlorine, but you do sweat when you swim, trust me. If you like get out of the pool and you're like hot, that's sweating. That's good. That means you're burning energy. You should be exerting yourself when you exercise. Like, guys, you know, I've never worn a skirt before, so I wouldn't know. Are touching so it's itchy? I don't know that feeling. I've never worn a skirt. Alright, alright, alright. This is... How do I make forward progress here? Can I push it against the thing? No, not really. I've never felt the need to. You know, if I were to go to Scotland or something, I would wear a kilt. But, I've never been to Scotland. I'm also a rather large proportioned individual. Like, it's hard enough to find male clothes that fit me. I highly doubt I would find a skirt that fits me. Not a kilt, oh my lord. Kilts and skirts are basically the same thing. Like, I'm gonna be real, pants, shirts, kilts, skirts, they're like all the same thing, to be honest. It just depends where you put. I could wear a pair of shirt. I could wear a shirt as the pants. I have a nice poop hole to, like, you know, don't have to take the shirt pants down. Just gotta poop through the neck hole. Holy fuck! How has it been? I see why this game is like rage bait. Why is the boulder? I'm not applying any horizontal force vectors to this boulder. I need to just push this. Where nothing else under. I see the Scots like their freedom then. No, this isn't gravity. This is there's no force being applied in the horizontal motion. I'll have you know, I took physics at least once. Alright. Gravity is down, is a downward acceleration vector. This is like going sideways for God knows what reason. If this stream is just me ranting and raving as I push the boulder around the starting area, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Alright. Controls. I need to drink my protein. You just go. You've done it. You've. I'm in awe of your magnificent gaming skills. You've done it. You've beaten the game. You've beaten the game of Sisyphus. Just go straight. I'll try. What about the up part? Yeah, just be straight. XD. But what if a man's tight ass is too attractive? Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed they gave Sisyphus boxers. I feel like Sisyphus was more be a Fundoshi guy or like a thong guy. But I guess they gotta keep it like PG-13 for the Steam rating. I could never beat this game. Weak-willed. You don't play the game to beat it, right? If you wanted to play the game so you could be done with it, why would you play the game in the first place? The whole point of playing the game is to enjoy and embrace the tediousness of it, to enjoy and embrace the challenge and difficulty. I don't play the game to beat the game. I play the game to overcome its challenges while playing it. And if I get set back, then I just start all over again. You can never go straight. How do you have your driver's license? You always drifting? Are you the legendary Tokyo Drift King? Like just like the Fast. You guys know Fast and Furious, right? You guys know Fast and Furious? Do you at least know Tokyo Drift? I do have a skill issue, but that's part of the beauty of the game. I can overcome my skill issue. I can become more skilled by playing better. Fast and Furious. It's the movies with the cars and they go fast and they're furious and it's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and it's got like the best. Tokyo Drift? Jesus Christ. Modern education is so lacking these days. Tokyo Drift? The Drift King? You're on YouTube, look up Teriyaki Boy's Tokyo Drift. It's like the greatest rap song ever. Greatest Asian rap song ever, at least. It's the franchise with the cars, and it's the family meme. Anything car? Bro, I've never watched Fast and Furious. You've never seen the commercials for it? I know Honda. That's everything. But it's got. Soon enough, you're gonna throw. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a Sisyphus fit. Nah, no, don't you? There was memes about it, where how like family is everything, with like that guy and that other guy and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. How do you guys not know Fast and Furious? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I think pushing against the wall is a strat. Please. One at a time? What do you mean one at a time? Did you know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? He's the meme guy with the eyebrow raise and the Vine boom. The boom. Do you guys at least know the Vine boom? Vine was a very popular app back in the day. Before there was TikTok and YouTube Shorts, there was Vine. Vine walked so that these other short-form content platforms could run. It's the granddaddy of them all. All right. You were in elementary school and Vine died. Yeah, so elementary schoolers for sure were addicted to short-form content back then. No? I know elementary school, everyone's addicted to short-form content now, and like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and your whatever else there is. Vine like primed the human brain to accept the short-form content as the new king of like video formats or whatever. You guys, it's what you don't. I don't have it either, but I know about the cultural impact of it. Right? You guys know ProZD, the YouTuber and voice actor guy? He made his start on Vine, and then he like transitioned to YouTube and went everything else. Ay, oy, oy. I mean, this one's a little more understandable. You don't know who it is because like he's just like an internet celebrity who I enjoy. Who made a big one back in my day. God, I sound so old. You were watching anime back then. Yeah, there was for sure. There was 1000%. You watch VTubers? True. There was 1000% anime content on Vine. That's where ProZD did. He did like anime meme video. Well, like kind of like skits and other stuff. Ooh, man. They're like similar-ish, I suppose. Now you watch VTubers? Eh, I mean, that's close enough. You're going back. You're regressing. Magical Girls, Disney Princesses, and Power Rangers. Power Rangers? Which Power Rangers were there? I know there's been like 10 generations. I remember like the first generation Power Rangers movie when they had the white Power Ranger. That sounded like such a weird name to me, but he had a cool ass outfit and he had a cool sword too. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I think they were dinosaur themed. And then there's like jungle themed Power Rangers, and then they made like bug themed Power Rangers, and then there's like ninja themed Power Rangers. I still maintain Disney Princess tier list. Am I cooking with that idea? Oh my god, I made it. Dino Thunder. I think I remember Dino Thunder. I think I remember that one. Dino Thunder. I guess all the Power Rangers stuff always combines. All right. Here's our first real challenge. Pushing it to this wall. Oh, fuck. Oh, all right. Power Rangers scared you, fuck. Oh, my progress. All right. Saved. How did Power Rangers scare you? I mean, I guess maybe there was the witch, whatever her name was, but she wasn't really that scary. I guess it also depends on the series as well. Oh, shit. So I didn't know what game to stream today, and I just kind of like was browsing on Steam for 35 minutes more. Go Loser Rangers. Oh, is that the one where the thing... the enemy? I guess some of the enemies are pretty scary. Go Loser Ranger. I never got into like Sentai, which is like Power Rangers is based off, whatever it's called. Or Tokusatsu Sentai. Is that what it is? I don't remember. Samurai Jack. I was a public television boy. I never had these fancy channels like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. I was watching PBS. I already did this bit. I already did this informational thing. Arthur and Cyber Chase were the cornerstones of my childhood education. Honestly, I would still watch Arthur, if even being as old as I am. Fuck. We lost a little bit of progress. We'll get it back. And then Tooncast. What's Tooncast? I don't know what Tooncast is. I'm old and frugal. We never had cable. Back in my day, you had to go up and change the channel. You had to flip the dials and turn the knobs. So, we're back here. A channel for old cartoons. That sounds much too fancy to be on my public television. My public television was PBS and different variations of local news networks. You know what I watched? I watched Nova, the science documentary series. I watched Nature, the Nature documentary series. I I mean, Edward Scissorhands was on PBS one night, and I watched it. It was really good. Got Dragon Ball Z. I didn't have Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was on in the morning on one channel on Saturdays only. It wasn't airing weekly or anything. I was always super behind because they aired the reruns. I didn't even know if I was going to get like a new episode or not. But I did eventually watch Dragon Ball Z. I mean, like everyone does. Come on. It's Dragon Ball Z. It's like a literal cultural phenomenon. Even if I didn't play Dragon Ball Z, I would eventually play Chrono Trigger and Dragon Quest, which is Akira Toriyama did the art for. Still can't believe he's dead. That's actually like such a huge blow. I think they are re-releasing. Oh yeah, they're remaking the first 4 Dragon Quests. They're re-releasing them. I remember. Oh. Go-Go Loser Rangers. I think that's the one. I think I see Go-Go Loser Ranger chapter discussions on the manga subreddit, because that's where I get all my updates for my stuff, where I just go on Reddit and I look. But I never got into it. I never like started reading it, and I never like got super into it. But I haven't watched like an actual airing anime since when actually? I don't remember. But the memes that might have convinced me to watch like it's Shiki Noshi, the deer girl one. Good lord. I remember of those ones, I remember... Wait, there was 2 dinosaur ones? They had wizard ones too? Mystic Force? Maybe it was Wild Force, I remember. I for sure watched Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin was like the original one. I also... And like the Mighty Morphin movie, that's the one where they fight the Goo Man, right? The Goon Man. Why'd you watch so much Power Rangers, bro? That's a lot. I probably would have watched more if I had more access to them, but I really only like had whatever was on, which like wasn't a ton. Oh, my neck feels stiff. Can I push it? All right, we're back. We're making a little bit of progress. We've fallen down, but we've clawed our way back up. This is the true beauty of the game of Sisyphus, that no matter how far you fall, you can always get back to where you once were, given enough time and perseverance. Of course, the flip side of that is you could also just fall all the way to the beginning, but such is life. Jungle Fury, you have no respect for the sanctity of the original Mighty Morphins. Move this a little bit. I got a new protein powder flavor. It's like chocolate peanut butter. It's way too sweet. I don't know. Maybe this is controversial, but like I don't hate sweet things. Mighty Morphin's hard. It's the original. You gotta give a little bit of credit to it. The Xandrid enemy. What's the Xandrid enemy? How do I back out of here? Looked it up. Wait, sheeballs sucky. Well, at least the view's nice. Even if we continue to fail this one stretch, the opening stretch of this game, at least the view's nice. There's some trees, there's mountains. It's a nice day out, it's not raining. Could be worse. The Xandrid, I'm kind of interested. What does the Xandrids look like? Oh, I hate that whenever I Alt-Tab, it just minimizes the thing. Oh, what the fuck? This thing do be kind of creepy. What the hell? Yeah, that thing's for sure gotta be based on like Japanese mythology. It's kind of freaky. Regenerate with boulders. Can I make it so that it's, if I don't full screen it, is that okay? Oh no, if I don't full screen. I did hear a little bit about Ultraman Remake, but I also don't know what Ultraman is really, so. No harm, no foul. Is Ultraman like also kind of like Power Rangers, or is it a little different? Is it just like a straight up superhero TV show? I know it's like Japanese. I know it's super popular, or is, I don't know. But I don't know exactly what it is. I am open to being educated about it though. Xandrid hot brother man? Dude? I guess you could say he's unconventionally attractive, but hot? I don't know. Maybe temperature-wise, he looks like he wields a flaming sword and will burn your family alive, but I wouldn't consider him to be a charming individual. Maybe he's got a nice personality, though. Maybe he's got a tight asshole. Explained all the lore to you, really? Honestly, impressive. If a kid knows, like, all the lore to a specific franchise, I'd honestly be super impressed. Because, like, some lore stuff gets real deep. It's like, oh, yeah, and this is their mom, this is their dad, and they have, like, 100-year blood vendetta against them. Kids with special interest, they go kind of hard. Underrated, top tier. Special interest kids, top tier people. All they want to do is just, like, talk about their special interest and, like, research their special interests. The chameleon lady. The chameleon lady. Go like a robot. But the little monster becomes... You can go like a robot and is a hero, but the little monster becomes big. So were you taking notes during his lecture about Ultraman, or just trying to... Look, he was offering you some college education right there. One day you might have to take a class about Ultraman. I've seen weirder classes out there. I saw on the Fire Emblem subreddit, there was a Fire Emblem class at some college or something. And the whole syllabus is just hilarious to someone who's like a big fan of the franchise. The chameleon lady from Jungle Fury. There's too many jungle-based Power Rangers. Like, I don't remember if Jungle Fury is the one I watched, or it was Dino Thunder, or if it was another one. Her name is Camille. Hey, what else is she gonna be named? It's fitting, no? I like it. I like it. Chameleon lady named Camille. What else would she be named? Would she be named the chameleon lady would be like Alexandra? Nah. Use modern animals. Use modern animals. That one is hot. Which one? God, why are we talking about attractive Power Ranger characters? Let me see. Oi. Maybe I should search this up on my phone instead. Camille Jungle Fury. She's for sure more attractive than Xandred. But again, that's not like really saying all too much, so. I'm not really sure what I'm getting at there. Yeah, I'm gonna start searching these on my phone so I don't have to like exit out of my, or alt tab out of the game every 2 minutes. No, I don't think it was Jungle Fury I watched then, because I don't recognize Camille. There's another one. There's another like jungle-based Power Rangers. Maybe it was a dinosaur-based Power Rangers. I honestly don't remember. Maybe it was, I think it was dinosaurs. Jarod. Jarod's also the name of like a Magic the Gathering card who's like a Lich King. But why would they name him Jarod? You see, Camille has... What was Jarod's... what thing was Jarod based off of? Is he just like a rod? Is he not... Is he just someone who wields a big old rod and beats people with them? Is that why his name is Jarod? Jarod? Maybe he wields a jar and a rod? The possibilities are really endless when you think about it. The combinations. Oh. There's a black lion. Is Jarod like a biblical name that means something about lions? I feel like the Bible talks about lions a lot. I don't know why. Black lion is honestly low-key underrated. Snow leopards, black lions, and what's another big cat? I think jaguars are cool. Pumas are cool. Black lion. Black lion. All right, so I got to this part. Now I need to like, oi. No. I gotta learn how to play this. Oh, you can flip the bird. What the hell? I didn't even know. Oh. He's cursing his fate. He's looking at me, the one who put him in this position. Oh, I never bought this game. If I never downloaded it, he would never have to. Those use animals. No, I'm pretty sure I watched one based on dinosaurs. So I remember when they would assemble the Voltron, the Megazord or whatever, they would make animal or dinosaur cries. I don't remember. Maybe it was Lost King, or maybe it was Wild. No. The cartoon I watched a lot of when I was a kid was Transformers. I watched a fair amount and the different Pokemon series. Because there was Kanto and Johto I watched a lot of. The original Pokemon series. I'm not some poser who only watches the modern stuff. Yeah, I just watched those because I could find them and they were on public television. Ninja Storm also used animals. The red, yeah. I don't remember anything about the dinosaurs. I thought they were cool. The Red Ranger Zord. Are they Zords or Zoids? Alright, so this is the part that I get to before I get stuck. And I know I need to push this way. I need to push against the right-hand side, I suppose. I guess that's the strategy. Blew out a dolphin. Blew out a dolphin? Why a dolphin? Why is it called Ninja Storm? He's got a dolphin. A dolphin? Look, when I think of ninjas, I don't exactly think of dolphins and I mean, I also don't think of lions, but at least lions are like kind of a standard, conventionally accepted cool animal. Why a dolphin, though? Why a dolphin? What else could they use? What would be like a cool Japanese mythology? I mean, if it's like Japanese, why not just use a dragon? Or a monkey or something. I think monkeys are cool. Honestly. He was the Time Ranger. No animal. The Time Ranger. What the hell? They're like a Space Ranger too? Is there an existential dread ranger as well? You know, the fundamental forces of the universe, time, space, and existential dread of existence? Is there a suffering ranger? What the fuck? You see that comic where it's like a parody of the Power Rangers is like, we're gonna defeat you, villain, with the power of love, friendship, magic, and then there's the last ranger, like extreme violence. You ever see that? That's kind of what I reminded of. Suffering Ranger, White Ranger from Dino Thunder. Why does he suffer the most? Is he just like has the worst fate possible? Oi oi oi. How do I push this up? Oish. How do I push this up? How do I push this up? Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I have to hug the right-hand side. This is the strategy for now. What microphone do I use? I use like an F fine or whatever, but I keep it pretty close. Is it bad or is it good? I keep it pretty close to my mouth and I like speak pretty loudly. I think I have a gain filter on OBS as well. I bought it like a while ago. Good? It's like 40 bucks on Amazon or whatever. It's like an F fine too. I have like the gain up all the way, and I also have a little more gain, so I think it might sound a bit louder. I also don't talk super loud as well. F fine. Let me see. It's like F-I-N-E 2 microphone. It's like I just looked up like budget microphones like, on Amazon one day and I bought it. I cannot. F-I-N-E 2. I think that's how it is. Let me see. No, it's F-I-F-I-N-E. Yeah, so I keep the gain up pretty high, and I just kind of keep it close to my mouth. And so that lets me like speak kind of softly without having too much, without it being too overpowering. I'll just type it in the chat. I said I'm not going to alt-tab anymore, I lied. F-I-F-I. Let me actually make sure this is what it is. Microphone. Thing. Fine. Is it? Amazon. Maybe I'll just. Why do I have to type? Why do I have to make sure I'm not a robot, Amazon? I know I'm not a robot. You guys should know I'm not a robot too. I literally like buy things from you all the time. I bought a mouse from you last week. Ay, ay, ay. F-I-F-I. Oh, it's went up. The price went up, actually. I think this is the right one. Just like search this and just like copy paste this or whatever. So it has XLR and USB. I just use USB because XLR audio stuff is like $100 or whatever, and I don't want to spend that much money. Also, when I bought this, it was like $40, not 54 like it is now. Oh wait, this is yeah, no problem. Well, are you gonna get into audio stuff? Are you gonna start recording stuff? Is it your turn? Have you been infected by the Vtuber virus? Is it your turn to become one? Or are we gonna start like a podcast? I remember during COVID, everyone was starting podcasts. Did anyone even listen to them? Who knows? I listened to none of them really. You just don't have one? Ah, I see. Always good to be able to like talk through the internet. You could probably, there's probably a way to like hook up your phone as well and get that to do audio because your phone has a microphone in it as well. And I'm assuming, depending on what kind of phone you have, it probably has some type of USB compatibility. But there's probably a way to do that as well. Probably takes a little more finagling. And then you don't get to use your phone while you're talking, but it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. The phone audio quality, I guess it depends on your phone. But the phone audio quality is never going to be as good as like a dedicated microphone. Simply because of the limitations of the hardware. So I have friends, and like when they join Discord with, yeah, believe it or not, guys, I have friends. I wish they were real. Yeah, but when they join Discord with phone, you can tell immediately because the audio doesn't sound as good. All right. How do I... Strategy meeting. Ball over here. All right, let's plan out the next sequence of events. So I have to go straight up there, but I have to go around. And I can't hug the wall all the way because there's obstacles. Let me use... Where'd the ball go? What the... Where am I... It's got a mind of its own. You see, look, there's no downward force being applied to this ball. It's just rolling. What is the physics in this game? Isaac Newton would be ashamed of you. Do you guys know Isaac Newton, besides, like, putting forth the universal laws of gravitation and inventing, well, being the co-inventor of calculus, he also was an alchemist. Isaac Newton, that guy, the lame guy who died a virgin and was really into math, that Isaac Newton, he was an alchemist. He also helped the queen at the time. Like, he helped her crack down on forgery of royal coins. That's a fun fact. He was really into alchemy. He was really into making sure people don't forge money. And also really into the universal laws of gravitation. Kind of a weird dude. Yeah, FMA, Full Metal Alchemist, more like force equals mass times acceleration. Oh, that was such a bad joke. Holy shit, why do I even try in comedy? Anyways, we'll pretend that was funny. Please laugh. How do I... Honestly, I don't think Sisyphus is buff enough in this game, because I think in the starting screen it said this boulder's like 20 tons. That's like 40,000 pounds. And like, yeah, sure, it's a circle or it's a ball, but like, this is 40 tons. And my man Sisyphus is not even breaking a sweat. He's doing this in this literal underwear. Actually, I guess he could have something under that. I don't know yet. Let's see. Yes, let me teach you some fundamental rules of comedy. 1. The joke gets funnier if you explain it. 2. If the joke is bad, if you repeat it enough, you can gaslight your audience into making them believe it's funny. 3. Just be funnier. Like, honestly, just be funnier. Otherwise, it's just a skill issue. There's some surefire ways to turn an unfunny joke into a funny joke. One of these ways is repetition, where the audience gets so tired of the joke that eventually they'll just give into it. You'll wear down their mental defenses and like they'll be forced to laugh at it. It's a war of attrition. Comedy is not to make another person laugh. Comedy is to conquer the other person's mind, to assert your will and dominance over it and make them laugh regardless of whether the joke is funny or not. Comedy is a weapon. Also, dad jokes are very funny, I'll have you know. I have some funny jokes. Like, a lot of my favorite jokes are not really jokes for the listener, but they're more jokes for the person telling the joke. Let's see. What is a good one? What's a good one that I can like think of as a way to tell succinctly? Let me take a drink of protein shake. As we all know, an essential part of comedy is having enough protein in your system. The funniest people are the strongest people and consume the most protein. All right. Right. Let me see. So, let me see. Let me think of a good way to tell it, because the best way to tell a joke is generally in a story format, in my opinion, right? Because I can think of some funny knock-knock jokes, but there's really like only 2 funny knock-knock jokes. And also I need like another person here for the knock-knock joke to work, because, you know, it's a knock-knock joke. There needs a call and response. Yum, 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 yum. All right, I got one. So, there are these 3 men, and their plane crashed, and they're on a deserted island, right? It's been months, and there's no chance of rescue. They haven't seen another boat. They haven't seen anything else. They have some amount of food and water. They found, like, some stuff, but it's starting to run out, and they're getting really desperate. And these 3 men, they come across a temple in the middle of the island, somewhere that they've never seen before, something that they haven't came across before. And as they go to the temple, they find this, on the pedestal, there's this lamp. There's a lamp, right? And the 3 men, incredulous at their find, like, oh my god, is this some type of, what is this? This is some type of cult? Is this some type of religion? So they take the lamp from the pedestal, and out of desperation, they rub it in, thinking, surely there's no way a genie is going to spring for this lamp and grant us wishes, right? And lo and behold, the genie comes and it says, you have freed me from my lamp. I will grant each of you 3 wishes. And the men, of course, are amazed. They're in disbelief. They can finally get off the island. They can finally make it home after so many months and years and whatever on this deserted island. So the genie goes to the first man. He says, sir, what would you like as your first wish? And the man says, He thinks that after a long, hard while, he says, First, I would like to get off this deserted island. And then he says, of course, snaps his finger. The first man is off the island. He goes to the second man. The second man says the same thing. He wants to get off the island, right? And he goes to the third man. The third man says the same thing. He wants to get off the island. So they're all off the island. The genie kind of brings them all to the same place. And he has to do the second wish now. So he goes to the first man. He's like, all right, so you're off the island. For your second wish, what would you like? And the man says, He thinks, he's like, I would like to be a millionaire. And so the genie snaps his fingers and bam, he's a millionaire. He's extremely wealthy. He has a lot of money. The second man sees this, and when it comes time, the genie asks him for his wish, and the second man says, I'd like to be a billionaire, right? He's greedier than the first man. He wants to one-up him. So the genie snaps his fingers, and now this man is exorbitantly wealthy. He flies on private jets. He can buy entire deserted islands if he wishes to. He's incredulously wealthy. And the third man, the genie asks him what he wants, and the third man says, I want my arm to spin. I want my left arm to spin clockwise. And the genie says, yes. Snaps his fingers, and the third man's left arm is now spinning clockwise. The genie goes back to the first man. He asks the first man, what would you like for your last wish? And the man says, I would like the love of my life. And so the genie snaps his fingers, and beside the first man, a woman appears. And he's his wife, and she's beautiful, and they love each other, and whatever. They have a really nice relationship. Happily ever after. The fun stuff. The genie goes to the second man. And the second man is always, he's a little bit of a glutton, a greedy person. He always wants to one-up everyone else. So when the genie asks him for his second wish, he says, I wish to be irresistible to any woman who I desire, right? So he can, sleep around, be a man whore, whatever you want to call it, have whoever he wants. And the genie snaps his fingers, and thus it is. He's incredibly charismatic. He can fuck whoever he wants. He's just like Casanova, Don Juan, all those other fun guys. And the genie turns to the third man, and he says, what would you like for your last wish? And the third man says, I would like my right arm to spin counterclockwise. And the genie snaps his fingers, and it is done. And the 3 men go their separate ways. And they decide to meet up again after 30 years and be like, hey, how's everything going? You know, they shared a once in a lifetime opportunity. They shared a life-changing experiences. They want to catch up. So the first man goes to the cafe where they agreed to meet up. He sees his two friends like, hey, how you guys doing? You know, I've been a millionaire. I've never had to work a day in my life. My wife is great. We have like 3 kids and they're all doing fantastic. Life is good. The second man says basically the same thing. Yeah, I dine at 3-star Michelin restaurants every day. I sleep with whoever I want. I'm irresistible. Life is fantastic. And then the third man, his arms are still spinning. The left arm clockwise and the right arm counterclockwise. And he goes, guys, I think I might have messed up my wishes. That's probably the worst way to tell that joke. Good lord. Good lord, that is the absolute worst way to tell that joke. You'll have to excuse me right now. My storytelling isn't as good as it once was. There's another joke that I got. There's a couple other jokes like that I enjoy, actually. If you can think of ways to embellish it even further and just make it, draw the joke out as long as possible for like the absolute lamest punchline. Those are my favorite types of jokes to tell, where you like have your audience listening to a story for like 5 or 10 minutes and then you just hit them with the absolute worst pun or the absolute worst punchline imaginable. It's like the audience looks at you, they want to murder you. You're just laughing because the joke isn't for them at that point. The joke is entirely for you. And then if your audience is smart, they'll laugh too because they figured out that they've been played, right? And then they can tell the joke to somebody else, to another group of friends, and then they'll want to be killed also. The whole point is make the joke as long as possible for just the absolute worst punchline. And then the joke isn't the punchline. The joke is that you got them to listen to this entire story to just have like the most mediocre, terrible punchline. Bro, so am I. So am I. Who knows? Does straightness even exist? Is this entire game a commentary about the sexuality of Sisyphus? You know? Maybe if Sisyphus were more heterosexual, he wouldn't be pushing a boulder up a hill sideways in his underwear diaper thingy. I think we spent about 42 minutes in this one section. I'm having a great time, honestly. Yeah, so like I said, start throwing a sissy fit, maybe it'll help. No. Complaining, maybe it might make me feel better temporarily, but it won't move me towards my goal. My goal being push the boulder up the hill. Right? We got a nice view. This is good weather. A little nice scenery. Good challenge. The game isn't played to be beaten. The game is played to be played, to be enjoyed. This is what we paid for. This is what I paid $7 and 7 gigabytes of memory space for. Ugh. Let's see. Automan. Sex-based terms allow. I learned testicle implants are a thing. Testicle implants? What the? You mean like prosthetic testicles? Or like to make them look bigger? Hold on. Let me fix my chat. Alright. Oh, there's, I can jump? I can jump? What the heck? Oh, I can push it? You know, I don't know any of the controls. I'm learning new things every time. It took me an hour. I learned I can jump. I can flip off God. It's like a whole ball in itself. But is it a cosmetic thing? Is it to make the sack look bigger? I'd imagine there's like some amount of confidence loss. What the hell? Shift is run. Okay. How do I close this? Okay. Or is it like a medical thing that they do in order to like have the sack even? I don't know much about like anatomy or physiology. That wasn't my area of expertise. Actually, now that I think about it, there's not really anything that is my area of expertise. If you lose a ball, how do you lose a ball? You just wake up one day, misplaced one of your testicles, like, oh, I dropped it, I just can't find it again. You lost your testicle, we'll go find it. You ever see that joke where it's like, it's really dark and kind of fucked up? The bigger the testicles, the more sperm production there is. Is that true? I don't know. I have not studied sperm production or testicles. Besides what I needed to for like my health classes back in the day. But they didn't teach me much about the correlation between testicle size and sperm production. Anyways. What do you mean you lost the baby? Go find it. Oh fuck. I'm being punished for my dark joke sins. Right, there we go. And, oh my god, we're learning, we're adapting. We got past it. You could even say that we're getting over it. I really love the whole rise of Sisyphean games, where it's like about the struggle to exist, the struggle to just continue pushing forward, despite the overwhelming meaninglessness of all of it. It kind of started with Getting Over It. That was like the first... Getting Over It was the first, like, Sisyphus-like. There's gonna be a new name for this genre of game. It could be called Rage Bait, but I don't think it's just Rage Bait, because you could make a game very frustrating. Existing in general is hard. It's as Albert Camus wrote, it's an absurd. Existing is an absurd thing to do, right? So you can read like an entire essay written in like 1930 whatever by Albert Camus called The Myth of Sisyphus, that a lot of these games kind of base their philosophy on. The whole notion of like existing towards an absurd means or like the human desire for meaning in a cold, uncaring universe. This contradiction, this paradox is an absurd method of living. It's crazy, right? I feel like that this analogy or this whole popularization of Sisyphus as like a romantic hero of the working man, of the average person, I feel like that's really taken to heart recently. Now, I don't want to say it was because of COVID, because Getting Over was hugely popular, and Getting Over kind of also shares this similar theme of continuing and trying despite the hardship, and the whole theme of like persistence, right? That's why it's called Getting Over It, because you're getting over your struggle. And then there was a difficult game about climbing. I played that for a little bit. There's also like Only Up, right? This whole class of games that are just like, that are just existential dread-likes. I guess that's a name for them. Oh, no, don't go over, don't go over, don't go over. There we are. Oh, they're gonna test our fine motor controls now. We got pretty far. Catch it, catch it, catch it. Not like that. Oh, no, no, the progress he made. And just like that, it's all gone. This says a lot about society and life. You see, this is the part where a regular person, a regular streamer, maybe one less morally patient, less virtuous than I, would rage and curse the heavens. But I embrace the task before me. Run faster? Why run faster? I've seen this part of the map before. This is the beginning. This is where I spent the first 48 minutes of this game. I'm fine with taking my time. You never done cheese tumbling? Nobody's ever done cheese tumbling. You're done cheese tumbling when you're dead. I'm literally stealing this entire bit almost word for word, bar for bar from like a fucking Northern Lion clip, because I've been watching a lot of just random ass Northern Lion clips because they keep getting recommended to me. I'm honestly impressed by that 35-year-old Canadian's ability to just like yap and produce high quality content. Cheese tumbling is like a sport, bro. Just like anything is art, anything is a sport. If you do anything with enough passion, anything is an art and or sport. That's my opinion, at least. You want to go out there and be like the greatest, go out there and be like the greatest butt wiper in the world? Sure, that's your art, that's your passion, bro. Go for it. More of an event. You don't think cheese tumbling is a sport? I would imagine it's where you tumble the cheese. I'm no expert, right? But I would imagine it has something to do with cheese and the cheese being affected by gravity. I'm just saying. Look, you say it's just an event. How is a sport? Exactly. Like, what constitutes a sport? In the same vein, what constitutes an art? Anything's an art. Chess is a sport, but ballet... No, it's all sport, bro. Chess, sport, art, both of them. Ballet, art, sport, both of them. It can be everything. Like, these distinctions between sports are essentially meaningless. I remember there was a push to get League of Legends in the Olympics. I'm like, sure, why not? I don't care. Korea's gonna win because they got Faker and like T1. But like, who cares, bro? League of Legends is a sport. It's for sure a sport to like keeping your mental sanity while playing that game for 10 plus years. And like, yeah, I don't really care. I think everything's a sport. This is like, The absurd. I don't. It's like how I am. Down a very dumpy hill as fast as possible. With or without cheese, though. With a big block of cheese or with no block of cheese? That's what I want to know. Bumpy? A very dumpy hill. This hill got a fat ass or something. Damn, look at the curves on that hill. Oh, Mount Everest is so sexy. Oh, K2 Kilimanjaro top tier hill waifus. Anyways, yeah, you know, if you want to say it like jerking off's a sport, there's some dude that holds the record for jerking off as long as possible. That's his art form, that's his passion, that's how he expresses himself in the world. He's also expressing a little cum, but like only after 6 hours. Then a wheel of cheese to like, oh, so they, oh, I think I know what you're talking about, where they roll the wheel of cheese down and then the people chase the cheese. I've seen people get like actually seriously injured doing that. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I read about it in like one of those Ripley's Believe It or Not books. Oh, the Guinness Book of World Records, that used to be prime time reading back in elementary school. The Guinness Book of World Records. S tier elementary school book. Just reading so many useless facts about like the world record paper cup stacking event or whatever, or the world record the cotton string. I honestly like those are some of my, besides just reading just like fantasy novels, books with useless information are like among my favorite. I know Mr. Red Rabbit over here only reads erotica, but have you ever read erotica full of useless trivia? Probably S tier. Probably S tier book. What's the weirdest world record? What's the weirdest thing you could think of somebody has the world record for it? I remember reading a shower thoughts on, I think it was either Reddit or maybe it was Twitter or something, or screen cap. It was like, somebody out there holds the world record for like the largest poop and they just don't know it, right? Every day somebody wakes up and takes like the biggest shit for the day and he just doesn't know, or they just don't know it. You ever consider that? And when you, or like, someone for sure has like the world record for like worst life possible and they're just blissfully in ignorance of it, possibly. I remember there was the world record for like dirtiest person alive. Oh fuck. For dirtiest person alive, and he like smokes poop and like bathes in shit, like literally. And he got a bath once and he died like 2 days after. I think it has something to do with like how he becomes so accustomed to the dirty living that cleaning him like shocked his local ecosystem, his bodily hygienic ecosystem, and just killed him. I don't know. The human body's a miraculous thing, honestly. What is another weird world record? I mean, like, every 4th of July, a bunch of Americans get together, or a bunch of people in the world get together in America to partake in Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And Joey Chestnut still holds, like, the world record for that. So, you can call that weird, but that's a legitimate competition that's, like, a July 4th tradition. I think the winner this year was, like, only 58, which is honestly some weak shit. Joey Chestnut downs, like, 67 easy. Easy, no diff. But like, I guess weirdest world record also counts for like, what do you consider weird? Because again, it's all this whole weird qualifier is like subjective. There's probably, oh, there was for sure the weirdest world record I saw is there was a television program once that or just some random show on television where it's gonna be people trying to break world records. Grab a piece of meat and smoke it. That's like all of barbecue, bro. Are you talking about brisket? Because you could smoke anything, really. Fry rub a piece of meat and smoke it. That sounds like a brisket. That could be a pastrami. That could be some type of rib as well. That could be some type of bacon, maybe. It also depends on like the cut of meat that you use, right? I guess it also depends on like regional context, because there might be something like that in other parts of the world, but in America, you know, it's just barbecue, just brisket. What other things are there? I had Texas barbecue once. It was real good. I went to Texas once. Got the barbecue. Ooh. Ooh. The high quality stuff. The brisket or the pastrami. The No, corned beef isn't dry rubbed. Ribs can be dry rubbed. Ugh. You buy like 8 pounds of meat. I'd be so down to fuck with 8 pounds of meat. Big piece of meat. Ooh, big old brisket. Brisket is so good. Very sweet. That's weird. Maybe it could be the barbecue sauce they put on it. The whole thing with barbecue is like it's a regional thing. And then it's also like up to the local peoples, whatever they put on it. I like shoving meat. I like shoving meat in my mouth hole too. I love that cow meat in my mouth hole. Or that pig meat in my mouth hole. I just like meat in my mouth hole. And then I finish digesting it, comes out of my butthole. I like poo-poo jokes. How the hell do I... Ugh. Little finger cracking break. Cool. You hear that? That was some good old finger cracks. Wait. Stinky. I'll have you know, I take very good care of my hygiene. I literally just showered like an hour ago. I feel fresh, I'm moisturized, I'm in my lane. I'm cursing God for my ill fate of pushing the boulder up the hill. You know, I only violated the ancient Greek. You got that elder. What do old people even... I swear to God, old people smell like dairies based on ethnicity. I swear, bro. Old people, they smell different based on where they are. Or like where they're from. I smell like soap and shampoo and sweet things, I'll have you know. I'm a very hygienic person. I'm not so you may get away with calling some VTubers stinky, but not here in my chat. I run a clean ship, a clean show, a clean person. Sure. I reek of only the finest sweat and shit. I bathe my... Salty. You know, I've thought about this before, but like, salt doesn't really have a smell. Everyone, when you say salty, everyone knows what you mean when you say it tastes salty. But what does something smell salty? What does that smell like, right? Because you get ocean water in your nose, it just kind of burns. It's going to be salty, but like, you know? Am I crazy, or does salt not really have a smell? A lot of other things have smells. Like, you can know what sweet kind of smells like. You can tell, like, when something smells savory, when it's got that umami taste, right? But, so I can't really imagine the taste of the smell of salt. Am I just lacking in imagination? You have smelling salts, but, like, the smelling salts don't smell like salt. They smell like other things. Isn't that the whole point? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't really know what you mean by when you smell salty. If you said sweet, I was like, oh, sweet, I know what that smells like. Or savory is like, oh, savory, I know how that smells like. Or like citrusy, oh, citrusy, I know what that smells like. Or sour, like these things all have smells, but salt has a very distinct taste, like all these other things, but doesn't have a distinct smell. Isn't that funny? Ain't that a kick in the head? Oh. Oh, there we are. Gently fondle the big ball, gently fondle the big ball as we push it up the cliff. Up the hill. Yes, yes, yes. Bro, imagine one of your balls, imagine one of your testicles with the size of this boulder. That's pretty crazy, you know? You'd probably die. If one of your testicles was the size of this boulder, I feel like you'd probably die. No, I'm not a doctor, so you shouldn't take my word for it. But based off of the fact that this thing is literally bigger than you are and also heavier than you are, I don't think I think it's reasonable to assume you would die. Let's see, how do I get this up here? Oh. Up there gotten has been achieved. Let's see. Oh, push. Ay, scheiße. Alright. Has no slight bleach scent. I feel like the slight bleach scent might be from like the iodization of it when you iodize salt, Or it might just be from like the chlor, because the chlorine aspect of it. Because salt is just sodium chloride, right? Do you remember the old Jimmy Neutron meme? He's like, you mean sodium chloride? Yeah, dude, salt. Yeah, that's what I said, sodium chloride. The Jimmy Neutron meme from like, how many years ago was that? Can't be that long ago, can it? No, no. No, time doesn't move that quickly, does it? No, time, slow down. Every day that passes, I feel the lyrics of John Mayer's "Stop This Train" showing. Every day that passes, I feel John Mayer's lyrics to "Stop This Train" even harder and harder. Your wrinkles are showing what? The wrinkles on my ass? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound rude. I just needed to say the bit. I need to express my distaste with the passage of time and the fact that, like, I wish for things to remain the same, and yet things must irrevocably change. As time demands. Alright, I gotta push it up the ramp. If you have a wrinkly ass, that's even... My ass is pretty smooth. Got a few stretch marks on it, you know? I've been doing my deadlifts. Been growing a little. I can deadlift like 400 now. 400 kilos! No, 400 pounds, I'm kidding. You know, I'm building the dumpy. The whole reason I do squats and deadlifts is because one day my friend told me that I have a Hank Hill looking ass. I looked up what Hank Hill's butt looks like. I'm like, no, bro, my ass isn't that bad. It's full and round. It doesn't look like this. And he's like, no, you have a Hank Hill looking ass, and it's nothing you can do about it. So then I started doing a lot more squats and deadlifts. Like, all right, you gotta build the dumpy. I have to build a dumpy to attract a mate. Guys and girls both love large asses, from scientific research called going to Reddit. Oh. Hank Hill is a cartoon character, my boy. I do look at other people's butts. I have to compare. They got a good ass. I gotta take notes. What are they doing in the gym? What's their hip thrust weights? How many sets are they doing? How many reps are they controlling the eccentric? There's always something to learn from other people. Sometimes you learn from other people's asses, all right? I'm an eternal student. An eternal student of assology and glutology. Look, I'm looking at Sisyphus's ass right now, because, you know, to push the boulder requires a tremendous amount of gluteus maximus strength. Sometimes you wish your ass. God cursed me with these handsome looks and funny words. Why has God cursed me to be so irresistibly attractive and funny? Whenever I go walking on the street, I'm swarmed by a horny mob of onlookers who so wish to penetrate and both penetrate and be penetrated by me. Oh no. Why has God cursed me so? Literally what you sound like right now, bro. Look. I look at people's ass, I look at people's chest, I look at people's arms, I look at people's legs. There's something you can always learn from what someone else is doing in the gym. Whenever I stare at you in the gym, it's not to judge you, it's to admire your gains and your sick muscles, bruh. There's so much to learn. If we just put aside the prejudices and our preconceived notes, what the hell? Well, I can like attach a knife to my butt and the same thing can happen. Look, I don't want to brag, but I think someone tried to punch me once and they hurt their hand. Honestly, the best reason to go to the gym is just because it feels good to lift weights. Like, that's literally it. I don't really care. I mean, looking good is nice and all, but like the best part is just like getting stronger and just making number go up. Making number go up. I don't have a knife. You have a knife in your ass. Making lift number go up is honestly the most satisfying feeling in the world. Because, like, when I was a student, I was never super motivated by like seeing test scores and grades go up. Like, that never motivated me at all. But there's something like really primal and raw about like feeling stronger. You're happy being frail, useless, and tisk, tisk, tisk. The Greek philosophers would disagree with you. There was that guy that said, it is a shame for a man to grow old before seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Reveal to yourself the beauty and strength of what your body is capable. Go work out, bro. Go for a run. Even if it's not lifting weights, I think it's good to get in a healthy routine of just like exercising, right? You might have less free time, but your quality of life should be greatly improved. think what they think. Because the only people whose opinions I respect are old, dead Greek people. That's why. Anyone else? I don't care. I don't care if you're the god emperor of mankind. Are you an old, dead Greek dude? I don't No, I don't respect your opinion. But honestly, like, for real though, go for a walk, go for a run, go for a jog, go for a nice bike ride. Living till tomorrow is... Existence is hard. I think existence can be made slightly easier. Just setting aside some time, do a few push-ups. I'm a big advocate for an active life. Not necessarily active, but some minimum amount of fitness to incorporate into your life. Because honestly, like, people are weak. The flesh is weak and frail. And it could always be, I think it's a good thing to improve yourself in a little bit. I can't feel warm or hot. You're too cool? Maybe you can't feel... Look, actually, no, the AC's on. I'm not sweating my balls off anymore. Past couple of days, though, the AC has been off, and I was, in fact, sweating my balls off so hard that I might have needed one of those testicular prosthetics. Or implants. Because I might have lost one of mine if I sweat anymore. If I feel more... Itch very... Oh, you don't want to... Okay. Still. Yeah, I don't know what causes that, though. That you should probably see a doctor about. But even still, there's ways to just like, hey, you just like jog around a little bit, just stay limber, do a little bit of flexibility training. Because even if you're not doing like strength or training or aerobic training, improving your flexibility also goes a long way improving your quality of life. If you're more limber, if your limbs and joints are more flexible, they have higher ranges of motion, it's less likely for you to get injured later in life. Right? So there's, ew. Yeah, I kind of feel that too. I do sometimes like just scratch. I'm one of those people that like picks at scabs. Walk on the sidewalk in the summer or spring. Gotta get one of those desk grip trainers, and just like while you're browsing the computer, you just squeeze the grip trainer. I've thought about like moving one of my like 25-pound dumbbells to my room just when I'm bored and like waiting for it to do something. I'm just like watching YouTube videos, mindlessly just doing some dumbbell curls. I want to work on some parts of my aesthetic. I want to get bigger biceps, bigger shoulder deltoids. One of the ways that I like gaslight myself to go to the gym, besides being like, oh yes, I actually do enjoy going to the gym, is being like working on my IRL video game character. I find that to be a very helpful method of thinking. Oh, we actually made it to a new part. Just like think of working out as just like leveling up my IRL video game character. It's kind of a weird way of thinking, but it works. Honestly, good enough. Nah. Bro. Yeah, that's honestly one of the reasons I work out, so I can stuff my face with whatever I want and like not worry too much about being too unhealthy, you know? Oh. Which is also the same reason my cousin does running, because so my cousin got married in, what's it called? January. Exactly, it does work. My cousin got married in January, but last year during the summer, he had like a kind of a bachelor party. But really, it was like just a wedding party for the entire wedding party with his fiance's family and his family to get to know each other. So I was there with like the other groomsmen and part of the bride's family. And he got there kind of late because he's a very busy person. He's like very smart and whatever. He does like really important work. And we make him drink a lot because that's how like wedding party, bachelorette parties go. You just get absolutely hammered. And he's up the next day at like 8 a.m. He's like going for an 8-mile run with one of the other people who were part of the group. So like, what the fuck are you doing? What kind of psychopath are you that drinks like gets absolutely shit-faced at like 3 a.m., wakes up at 8 a.m. to go for like an 8-mile run? What the fuck? You don't get invited to your wedding? Weddings are kind of fun. My favorite part about the Chinese weddings is the Chinese wedding banquet. There's so many good foods I normally don't get, but now I do. Because Chinese wedding banquets, which are ironically the same as Chinese funeral banquets, except like minus a few things. You ever notice that? Why is it that the Chinese wedding banquet and Chinese funeral banquets are like the same foods? There's the lobster, there's the pork, there's the jellyfish, there's generally some type of seafood soup. Why is this? Why is this? I like them, but like, why are the foods the same, but the opportunities or to eat them, the occasion to which you eat them, very, very different? Yeah, that's understandable. I get it. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. I think if you... I don't want to say just, like, don't have anxiety, because that sounds really insensitive. But I think at some point, if you just, like, can ever learn to let that go, some stuff becomes more fun. Or, like, even if because I also get a little bit of anxiety. Obviously probably not to your degree. But I do feel a little self-conscious about it. Well, we're all the way back at the beginning. Oh. I'm way too afraid of everything? Yeah. Go to therapy, bro. Like, I don't mean that in a mean way. Just like, hey, go talk to someone. Not VTubers. VTubers shouldn't be your therapist. I'm just here for gags and giggles. But, hey, if you get a laugh from my ramblings, that's all good with me. Even living to tomorrow, honestly. True. I just kind of embrace it. There's this saying, what is it? If I can control it, why should I worry about it? Because I can always do something about it, right? But if I can't control it, then why should I worry about it? Because I can't control it. There's a lot of different, like, I don't want to say anti-anxiety mantras, but there's just, like, stuff that helps cope with the existence that I find. I don't know, maybe I do too much reading of, like, random philosophical text. I do find philosophy pretty interesting. There's a lot of stuff in Western philosophy that's just revolved around, like, proving or disproving the existence of God, and that's pretty boring. In the same way that in Eastern philosophy, they write a lot about Confucian stuff, like familial piety and whatever else. Make me feel, that sucks. I don't know, maybe you can, go to a psychologist, like, psychiatrist, I think is the one that can prescribe medicines, and they can, help you out. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about anxiety. Oh, shit. I just feel a slight panic at the thought of tomorrow every now and then. But no more than the average person living in modern society, probably. Let's see. How do I get up to the Sisyphus stuff? So we were at the... I'm gonna be real. I don't remember how we got to, like, the wooden place with, like, the spinning flaps, because I was legitimately just, like, rambling out of my ass the entire time we were pushing this boulder up the hill, and somehow it was going up. So Zhuyan, is that Wuthering Waves? You know, I wasn't really considering playing Wuthering Waves, but then I saw that one of the characters in their artwork, they play Go, which is a board game that I used to be into when I was younger. Zhuyan, or is this oh, is it Zenless Zone Zero? Is it that one? The two gotchas? Popo lady? Oh, police lady. Okay. You said Popo. My mind immediately went to Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, how are they making this? How would they make Mr. Popo into, like, an anime waifu? Ah. Ooh, there we go. I gotta start saving for Fei Xiao in Honkai Star Rail. I have Jade. I only have like 3k gems now. I need Fei Xiao. And maybe Lingsha. I might want Lingsha because she's 5-star abundance. So she's 5-star healer. And my only 5-star healer is Bailu. I do have Fu Xuan though. And Fu Xuan is always like super good as preservation. But I do want another like some type of defensive unit that's not like Harmony. Oh, push. Yeah, same. I need more abundance characters because I skipped, I skipped the Void Archive XP. I don't even remember his name. Loha? You're collecting all the abundance. Why all the abundance characters? I just want the Emanators. And I want maybe another Stoneheart. Locha, yeah. I heard that he was going to be a good healer, but like, you just love healing. I like doing big damage. I like the big number damage stuff. I gotta collect all the damage dealers. I gotta get all the limited DPS units. Oh yeah, I saw she was like the aged up version of one of the HI3 characters also. Another XP. Whereas Yanqing is like an aged down version of a HI3 character as well, right? Ay. Thought I was doing so well, but I was not. Isn't Yanqing like Isn't there like an old version of Yanqing in one of the other Hoyoverse games? I for sure saw artwork of like an old Yanqing with like a beard and whatever else. Or like a character that seemed like they'd be old Yanqing. I don't know. Again, I never played HI3, so most of the things that I read about and know is either from you or from like Reddit. That's a good question. Who knows? Maybe Yanqing is just... Maybe the real Yanqing was the friends we made along the way. Oh, I think I have a fly in my room somewhere. The dude, so very likely it'll be HI3. Really? Well, oh yeah, HI3. There's at least one dude in HI3. There is Welt. So the game is not all lesbians. There's Kevin too. How could you forget the most feared villain in the universe, with the worst name in history, Kevin. Yeah, my villain. He's gonna be an evil guy. He's gonna want to resurrect something. He's dead. Yeah, but that doesn't mean he wasn't in it. Honestly, it should be illegal to name someone Kevin. If you name someone Kevin, you should probably be sent to jail. If you sentence your kid to a life of being named Kevin, straight to jail, straight to the slammer. The worst name in the world. I honestly cannot think of like a worse name than Kevin for a guy. And worse English name than Kevin. Why you, bro? I don't hate Kevin the guy. I hate Kevin the name. Kevin is like, oh, this is a lame-o name for lame people. Real cool people are named something like, not Kevin. They're named like, what would be a cool name? Fuck. What would be a cool name? I guess, let me think. Kill him. Yeah, just name it after in the Gaelic. Bring back Gaelic is a dying language. Preserve the culture of Ireland and name your kid in a Gaelic name. This is a much cooler spelling. I've always wanted to learn Gaelic. Not always, but like I feel like learning Gaelic would be really cool. Because one, it's like people are like, oh, Latin and French and Greek are such cool names. Like they're all right, but honestly, I feel like Gaelic mythology is kind of slept on. Gaelic mythology is really interesting. The whole Ulster cycle, the whole Cuchulainn, dying while still fighting, sleeping while fighting, not resting. There's a lot of cool mythology from Ireland and from like the British Isles. That's not just England. Like the whole King Arthur cycle is fantastic literature in Middle English, I believe it's. No, I guess it's in French. Yeah, it's like Kevin as a name means handsome or beloved, but like if you name your kid Kevin, they're neither going to be handsome nor are they beloved because their parents named them Kevin. They're going to grow like a lifelong resentment to their people. Is there no bun? No, of course not. That's the coward's way. That's the cheating way. I play this game to suffer. I'm not even really suffering. I'm chilling. Every time we fall back down, that's another opportunity to try to do it better the next time. God, I sound like one of those motivational people. I know, look at that. That's what I'm saying. Sisyphus, whatever he's doing for ass day in the gym, he's got his routine down. If he can push this 15-ton boulder up the hill forever, he's doing something right on ass day, right? Because a lot of the force being produced is from the glutes in this scenario. Yeah, there's a little bit of calf drive, a little bit of quadricep extensions, and a little bit of power being produced from the hamstring, but for the most part, this is all ass. This is all ass. Like, did you know that the humans' first method of hunting, besides with spears and whatever, it was called exhaustion hunting. We would literally run animals down, right? Humans are among the animal kingdom's most endurant species. And we would literally keep chasing animals until they could no longer keep running from us. They might have been faster than us, but we would persevere longer. And the whole reason we could do that was because we stored a lot of fat in our asses to continue running and to keep ourselves upright and serve as a counterbalance while running. This is an actual documented fact about humanity. Like, humans are fucking freaky, dude. So, persistence hunting is scary, right? Imagine there's some alien and they just keep... You can run as fast and as far as you can, but you can never outrun them. They're always right behind you, threatening to kill you. That's basically what humans were to ancient animals that we ate. And then we discovered beer and decided it was better to just like farm instead of being hunter-gatherers, so we can always have like a safe a safe water source in like really small alcoholic beer. That's like the whole reason we started farming. That's my quick like anthropology 101 lesson. Interesting stuff. The more I think about it, I know like very little about a lot of different things. I have no idea why. I guess it's from all like the trivia books I read and just like you ever go on like those YouTube rabbit holes of just like watching video after video of just random topics? I do that all the time. It's like, oh, this seems interesting. Oh, this seems somewhat related and also kind of interesting. Oh, these videos are only 4 minutes and like 2 hours past. I've been watching useless facts about just anything for the past 2 hours. I'm like, wow, where's all the time go? But again, there should be more time in the day. I need at least like 3 hours in the day in order to just watch video essays and or random fact videos. This should be a human right besides state designated nap time and like 6 hours of D&D a day. This is the platform I'm running on for my God Emperor of Mankind election. Maybe if I become God Emperor of Mankind, I can like not have to work anymore. That'd be pretty cool, no? Those are like my dream job, professional lottery winner. My second dream job, God Emperor of Mankind. Pretty good priorities, no? If I could become a professional lottery winner, you bet your ass I'd be the GOAT. I'd be the greatest of all time professional lottery winner. I need to update my lingo. Does anyone have like a good place to like just learn all the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, brain rot Zoomer slang? I have a funny idea that I want to make, but I need like a compendium of a dictionary of sorts, a type of translation guide for this stuff that I want to do. All right, the ball moves faster than me. This is not in accordance with Newton. And so we come back down to the beginning. Oh, my ball! Out of bounds 3 times. That's a home run. Really? Why out of bounds 3 times a home run? Why would that be a home run? I thought, no, that's not how baseball works. The person who made this game, they have no understanding of baseball. I don't care how well they understand the writings of Albert Camus. They don't know what baseball is. I don't think they've ever seen a baseball before. Honestly, Sisyphus has a pretty nice build if you look at him. Like his delts he has pretty broad shoulders. He has well-defined pecs and abdominal muscles. His triceps and biceps are quite well-defined as well. He seems to be like maybe, I would say like 11%, or I would say like, he's probably like 12%, 13% body fat to be honest. Like, yeah, he can use some work in terms of the acquisition of mass, but for the most part, he has a pretty decent body composition, right? His face looks stupid as fuck, but like, let's be real here. Nobody cares what your face looks like in bodybuilding. Let's be real. I had a friend in college, he's like, aw. He fancied himself an amateur bodybuilder, and he's like, oh, when I graduate, I'm gonna take so many steroids. Why am I speaking like that? Because he had a very particular tone of voice, and it kind of sounded like that. He's like, aw, bro. Once I'm done in school and I'm like making a lot of money as like a finance bro, I want to take so many steroids and like, if we ever live together, you're gonna help me stick the needle in my butt so I can take my steroids. I'm like, all right, brother, dude, like that's what you want, good for you. And I saw him a couple of years ago. I was like, yeah, I thought, hey, brother, what's going on? Why aren't you big yet? I thought you were gonna take the steroids. Like, aw. I'm still living with my parents, and they're not letting me take steroids. They don't want me using needles and shit. I was like, so lame. Like, well, sucks to suck, I suppose. Well, where are we? But that was his thing. I'm not sure if he still works out. I should probably get back in touch with him. I'm terrible at keeping in contact with my friends. I'll just randomly get text him like once every few months to go out drinking or just hang out, catch up. And I just like say, sure, we'll do it. And then I was like, yeah, we should meet up again. And then won't meet up until the next year. When it's like, yeah, let's get drinks again. Let's catch up again. And then it'll just be that over and over again. I should really do a better job of keeping up with my friends. I keep telling myself, and it's going to be like one of those things where it's like, oh, I just haven't seen you in 10 years. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen you in a decade. Have you? It's like, oh, no steroids yet. All right. How much further am I? All right, so what are these milk jugs? Does this game have lore, right? Because I think what it seems to me so far is that all these are divided into sections. I'm in like the grassy section, the pasture, There's like cows, and I think those are supposed to be hay bales. There's wheels and wood strewn about. And then we see in the next section, there's sand. Is this supposed to be like allegorical about what it means to be a farmer versus what it means to like live in the desert? Is this like a Dante's Inferno type of punishment for us, maybe? So there's like a bundle of sticks or like a hay bale or whatever. You're still asleep? Don't worry about it. Sleep is good. Time for bed for you. What happened to your degen sleep schedule? I thought you were like waking up at 10 p.m. Have you finally regulated? Are you getting ready to prepare yourself for the big old college? All right, I'm gonna push it up here. It's time for you, bed for you. Don't worry about it. Go to sleep. Catch those Z's. Catch like at least 20 Z's, and you consider it a success. Sleep is always good. I hope you have sweet dreams of Sisyphus's ass. And maybe, what else is there? Wake up at 4. Go back. That kind of used to be like me. I used to wake up at 4 a.m., stay awake for an hour or two, go back to sleep, and then I'd wake up in like the afternoon. I've done that before. A long time ago. I don't want to say it was like living the life, but it for sure isn't the healthiest or most productive sleep schedule, but it for sure felt good. It felt right. Going to sleep for a bit, waking up, and then going back to sleep for longer. It felt fantastic. Good night. Good night. Have a good one. Thanks for being here. All right, let's see if I can use this to push the boulder up. Oh, am I cooking or am I, what would be the opposite of cooking? Is eating the opposite of cooking? Because when you cook something, you make food. When you eat something, I don't want to say destroy food, but you use it up. Go, 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 go. So here, all right, this pushes it. Scheißen. Scheißen. So what would be the okay, I got here. Okay, I don't lose all of my progress. Some of it is maintained. So, you know, like the meme, let him cook. What would be the opposite? Would it just be stop him from cooking? But like stopping isn't like the negation of cooking. It's just the ceasing of it. What would be the negation of cooking? Decompose his meal? I don't know. Is there even an opposite to cook? I don't want to say eat, because you don't have, eating is not necessarily an opposite. It's just eating is like the end point of cooking, right? You cook things so that somebody or something can eat it. Would it be? It can't be baking either. Baking is just kind of another form of cookery. It's gotta be like something that like undoes, that inverses it. What's the inverse operation of cooking? Is it what's the opposite? This is causing me great pain. Like, I don't care about falling back down. I need to figure out what the opposite to cooking is so I can make up a new phrase and it'll be let him cook. It's like, no, let him suffer, let him eat, let him cook. Well, Marie Antoinette said let them eat cake, but that's for sure not the opposite of cooking. That's a different context. Oh, freeze. But again, freezing isn't like the opposite of cooking. It's more like the cessation, the halting of cooking. When you freeze something, it's not that the cooking stops or is inverted. It doesn't undo the cooking. It just halts or preserves the cooking. There has to be like, right? Like the opposite of addition is subtraction. The opposite of multiplication is division. What's the opposite of cooking? What would it be? It can't be freeze. It'd be like tear it apart. I don't know, but tearing apart also doesn't undo cooking unless like your cooking is just like a salad. But even then, you can't like take the dressing off of a salad. That's kind of absurd. We need to take these memes and these new sayings and slang words and bring them to their logical extremes so I can construct a language that has inverses with them. Why would I do this? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna ever use this for, but thinking is good for you. This is brain health, right? Thinking about stupid things is good for my brain, I think. I hope it is, because all I ever do is think about stupid things. Maybe it could be... well, how would you uncook a soup? No, can you uncook a soup? I mean, you could take apart a sandwich, but taking apart deconstructing it is, again, isn't the same thing as uncooking it. There's no process by which I can like take a cooked fish and make it a raw fish again. Oh, fucking hell. Well, look at those mountains. Fuck you, God. All right. Maybe there just is no opposite. Maybe once something is cooked, it can never be uncooked. Ay, ay, ay. Once something has been made, you can never unmake it. Maybe that says something about... maybe that says something about life. Maybe, wait, is that why people say like, oh, you're cooked in the head, you're fucked up in the head or whatever? I don't know. Slang is hard. You ever realize how slang is just slang for shortened language? How if you abbreviate the term shortened language, you get slang? I don't even know that's etymologically correct. It just seems like it feels right to me. But I've had things that have felt right but been wrong before, so I'm probably just kind of dumb. Who knows? Not I, not I. Oi, 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 oi. All right, we can cheese. Oh, fuck! We can't cheese it. So, do you think there's any significance between the pillars here? How many columns are there? Let me see. There's 6 on that side, and there's 6 on that. There's 12. So I guess this is like one pillar for each major Greek god. I think that's what it symbolizes. This is like our Tartarus, our punishment, with all 12 gods watching over us, watching us endure this arduous task. That seems thematically fitting for this game. Now, whether it's actually true, I have no idea. What are those things and what are those cubes though? Because I don't think that they're going to be. I don't think they're bales of hay. Otherwise, they would just have the hay. Are they like sacks of potatoes? I have no idea. I don't think potato sacks would look like that. The wagon's for sure a wagon. The walls are for sure walls, and the grass is for sure grass. But those cubes, I don't know what those are. I like how they add some pock marks to our ball. They give the ball a bit of character, you know? Because really, there's just us and the ball. Or there's just us and the boulder. And the boulder, we don't know much about it. But it has pock marks. It's seen stuff. It's damaged. It's damaged just like us. I think that's really what this game is about. It's about two kindred spirits trying to find their way to the top of a mountain. The boulder is damaged and scarred, and we can see that reflected in its surface. And we too, as people enduring an eternity of punishment, we too are scarred and damaged. And so this game isn't so much about the boulder working against us, but we have to work together with the boulder to accomplish a goal. A story of two friends, of two unlikely companions. Kind of a buddy cop movie if you think about it. This game is basically the ancient Greek version of a buddy cop movie. We have our ball, our hot-headed cop, the bad cop, and there's the good cop, us driving him in the correct direction upwards. It's kind of a collaborative effort if you think about it. Sure, it may seem like we're enforcing our will onto the boulder to push it up, but the boulder does have a will of its own. It does want to go sideways from time to time, and even though more often than not it is counterproductive to our purposes, it still does occasionally help us. Right? I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much about a game about pushing a boulder up a hill, but then again, like, there's a lot that can be said about pushing boulders up hills. Right? If there wasn't... Oh, wait, I discovered new things. Right bumper and left bumper change my hands thing. Yeah, but if there wasn't anything to be said about pushing boulders up hills, then what was Albert Camus talking about all those years ago, you know? Maybe I'm getting a little delusional. Maybe this is like Stockholm Syndrome, where the game, I've only been in this game for an hour and a half, but it feels like a lot longer, based solely off of the fact that we've been in this one section for a long time, but I feel like the section isn't our enemy. Like, right? None of these obstacles are our enemies. This boulder, again, is not our enemy. These walls are not our enemy. They're just things in our way that we have to overcome. They don't antagonize us. They don't antagonize us. They're simply there, and we're trying to maneuver around them. I think that's gonna be said about life too. In life, there are things that may seem like they are in your way and that they antagonize you, but really they're just acting according to their nature, right? These wood, this wagon, these logs of wood, they're not our enemies. They're just there, and they're only working opposite to us because we are trying to push into them, right? These have been here for longer than we have. They shall be here long after we are. And the real purpose here, the real the real special parts of this is that we are trying to work past them. I think I'm going crazy. Anyways, back to the beginning. The beginning is a good place to be. At the beginning, you know where you are, at least, right? When you're in the middle, you don't know where you are. You know you're not in the beginning, you're not you're probably not at the end, but you never know how close you are to the end when you're in the middle. And at the end, sometimes you don't want to be at the end. Sometimes you wanted to keep going. Sometimes you wish you were back in the middle. But the beginning is probably one of the best places to be. You know where you stand, and you know you have so much more to do. But you know at the very least you've started. That's what I can take away from this section here. I like being at the beginning. I kind of know what I'm doing. Not really, but I know where I am. I know I'm not very far from the top. But I know at least one day if I continue hard enough, I can get there. Oh. Let's see. Here's some good stuff. Yes. Right? This wagon, it's not my enemy. It's just there. It's not my friend either. Never mistake a neutral party for a friend. It's simply there. It's simply the wagon's world and we're all living in it. Oh, wait. Oh, I guess run is toggleable. Is run being toggleable a good thing, though? So if I hold RB... If I hold RB, I can turn right. If I hold LB, it turns left. Maybe I can use that a little bit. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think I have a new way to make this easier. I can use RB and LB to turn the boulder, to shape the boulder where I want it to go. That's helpful. That's actually really helpful. But I think for now, I think still just riding this wall and just like pushing the boulder with jumps above the logs is maybe not the optimal strategy, but it's probably a good one. It hasn't served me too badly yet. Alright, yeah, it's actually working. I can actually like balance the ball by counteracting the forces on. I'm learning something new every day. I'm learning how to better manage my ball every day. How to better use my hands to push it or fondle my big boulder ball. So how do you unlock other balls? So I saw in the beginning of like the character selection screen, whatever you want to call it, there was a ball select. And I saw they cost money. So how do you even earn money? Do you earn money by just like completing this game some amount of times? What's the point then? I saw there was a ball for speed running. What special quality did that have that the other ones didn't? Alright. Oh, so with this bumper trick, I've learned something new. I have a new tool in my arsenal of climbing. Always useful. Ooh, they even have like tree physics in this game. How fancy. I'm actually surprised this game is like 7 gigs. It's honestly like quite a bit. Oh, gotta scratch my nose. Honestly, quite a bit, all things considered. Because I think even if I play this on like lowest quality, I don't think it would be 7 gig, or it should be 7 gigs. But I don't really know. I think this thing was made in Unity. Maybe in Unity things take up more space. I've never done game production, so I wouldn't know. Ooh, I feel a little stiffness in my shoulders and back. Alright, push. Alright, still, we're still good. We're still goated. I've also been thinking about watching like the deer anime. The last currently airing anime that I watched was Bocchi the Rock. Because I heard all the hype about it. And don't get me wrong, Bocchi the Rock was fun, it was good, and it was enjoyable, but I don't think it was like amazing like some people thought it was. I thought the guitar scenes were fun. I thought the depiction of social anxiety was also quite humorous. I heard some people say it's like super accurate to real life, but I guess that depends on your levels of social anxiety. You know, I feel a little bit of a introvertedness from time to time, shyness, but I've never like experienced Bocchi the Rock levels of stuff, so I won't say it's not real or it's not realistic, but it didn't hit me as hard for the reason that I don't have the same experiences, I suppose. I guess that's kind of what helps shape people's opinions on media. Your experiences with similar situations that is presented in the media. Who knows? So, will my ball stop, or will it keep rolling down all the way to the beginning? We're rolling. Ooh, we're rolling and trolling. Rolling and or trolling. Whoa, Wow. Curse you, world. Curse this earth. You know, technically, Sisyphus' punishment takes place in Tartarus, one of the levels of Hades. So if this is Tartarus, it honestly looks pretty nice. You got mountains, you got trees, you got the columns. I've said all of this already, but we even have a nice sign telling us how to go. I actually had an idea for like just a funny video to make where it's like Sisyphus positive affirmations ASMR roleplay. I thought it'd be funny. Where it's just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It would be like you're in Hades or whatever. It's your first day at your eternal punishment, and you meet Sisyphus, and you're like, and he's just like a chill dude giving you life advice or death advice, I suppose. I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. I started writing something of a script for it, but then I got like busy with stuff. Maybe I'll continue it again, but I still have other things I want to do. So the reason I need all this like Gen Alpha, Gen Z, Brain Rot Zoomer slang is I also want to. If you know the poem by is it Lewis Carroll or C.S. Lewis? I think it's Lewis Carroll, The Jabberwocky, which is basically a nonsense poem. I was going to rewrite that using like brain rot slang. I think it really emphasizes the fact that language is made up because I think it tends to be funny. Like the opening line goes something like, "'Twas brillig and slithy, and the toes were slithy and all slithy." I don't know. Just highlight kind of the absurdity and nonsensicalness of language and poetry. Right? Because people will rag on the kids of today for saying like Skibbity Ohio Riz, but really like kids have been doing that forever. Let's be real. Even when I was young, we had Half-Life, Full-Life Consequences, which is basically Skibbity Toilet, but like how long ago was that? 16 years ago? Jesus. That's a long ass time ago. Maybe even more. Oh my god. I remember YouTube like changing the layouts 1,000 times from the years 2012 to like 2017. I feel like the YouTube layout they've settled on now is pretty good, or maybe I've just gotten used to it. Like all the other ones, I felt that way about all the other ones too. Like they were fine, and then they keep changing them, and I have to keep readjusting. I don't know. Maybe they're putting too much thought into the design of the YouTube UI, where they shouldn't just not mess with a fine thing, right? But then again, I'm not the YouTube, Google, Alphabet Corporation that spent billions of dollars on market research, but I'm just a simple user of their sites. Another stream idea I had was like Steam game shopping, because like I said, I sometimes don't know what I want to play, and there's so many different games. I'm basically catching up on the last like 20, I say like a lot. This is something I've noticed about my speech. I tend to use filler words a lot. I'm trying to cut down on that usage. But I've been trying to think about different games I could play, because I know the Souls-like games are very popular. I've never played a Souls-like game. I know Elden Ring is fantastically popular, and they just came out with a DLC for that recently as well. I don't think I would enjoy survival-based games, but I feel as if Once Human might be something I can enjoy, because I do... Why? I don't know. It just seems interesting, at least. So I need to really find the past 30 years of games. And on the other hand, there's also games that aren't exactly as system-heavy that I feel I would still enjoy. I know Valhalla is like a visual novel type game. Cyberpunk Bartender visual novel. It seems really interesting, but I don't know if it would make for a good experience for streaming, at least. Because again, it's heavily story-based, and it's really just a lot of reading. So if it's entertaining, it would be because I'm talking over the story, which would make it hard to concentrate, or I'm like voicing the characters in a funny voice. And don't get me wrong, I can do funny voices. They called me Mr. Funny Voice Guy back when I was in school because of what my funny voice is. They also called me Mr. Stupid Poo Poo Head, but that's for a different reason. I'm not stupid. My head is not made of poo poo, but kids will be kids. So I don't know. But it seems as though Valhalla would be a game that I would be interested in playing, at least by myself at some point, when I get free time, whenever that is. So I guess in 100 years when I'm dead and I can play video games in the afterlife. Let's see. Oh, yes. The bumper trick here, really helpful. It helps me straighten out my balls. Now my balls are super straight, where before they were very gay as opposed to heterosexual. I don't know. I also remember... Oh, wait. I also remember back in like 2000s when the humor meta in high school, or not in high school, in like middle school, was just call things gay. Honestly, don't miss that humor meta. It was kind of cringe. Now, as a person with many gay friends, like, gay people are cool. You know who else is gay? My favorite Fire Emblem character, Ike. Or at least asexual, who knows. right. Oh, we're actually making a lot of progress. I'm surprised. The bumpers do be... They are pulling through for us. We're slowly making the adjustments. The progress is slow, but it is steady. Now, the setbacks might be immediate, but we'll figure it out. I probably shouldn't fight with this. Alright, so I've caught it in time. I need to turn it here. Somehow I need to turn it. RB. Alright. We've made it. Have to even it up back out again. Oh my god, we're actually making so much progress. I think I'm learning. Oh my god, maybe I'm the artificial intelligence. Maybe I'm like the neural network learning model. Am I learning from my mistakes? Is this possible? I saw YouTube videos about teaching a neural network how to bowl using some wacky physics simulation program. It's pretty funny. Very interesting stuff. I've always thought neural networks were super interesting from... not now anymore because they're using it to imitate art, and that's just kind of soulless in my opinion. But the whole neural network stuff, when AlphaGo beat Lee Sedol, the Korean Go player, in 2016, I thought that was really interesting because, again, Go was a board game that I actually really enjoyed when I was younger. So to see a computer beat a human at a game that was touted as a long time of like being unplayable, well, not unplayable, but where players would always reign supreme, that's for sure a monumental turning point in history. So I've watched other Go I've watched Go YouTubers review one of the games. It was game 3, I think, that Lee Sedol won versus the computer. And there's just this move that he plays that's, in retrospect, a really terrible move, but because of the way that AlphaGo is programmed and how it evaluated different moves at the time, because it didn't consider it, it didn't have it in its database of moves that was going to selection of candidate moves to play. It had no evaluation, so he won. That's just my weird tangent about my weird used to be special interest. And the only reason I played Go was because I had, well, for a couple of reasons. I had a big Go board at my house that was custom made by a carpenter I think my grandfather did a favor for back in Korea, like 70,000 years ago. And then, because I always knew that we had it, but I didn't know what it was for. And then, what is it? I watched the anime Hikaru no Go, which encouraged me to play. Oh. I've always thought it was interesting for those reasons, at least. That's how I got started playing this. I don't even want to say obscure because it's super popular in Asia and you make a shit ton of money if you're a top professional. But I guess it's more obscure in the West, here in places like America. That's how I got started playing. Alright, how can I make it through here? Can I push? Alright, oh. Alright, we're very close. We're actually really, really close. Alright. Alright, the bumper tricks is working. I kind of like how they don't tell you anything about this. This kind of lets you figure it out on your own. Now, of course, maybe if I read the controls, I would be wrong. They actually tell you exactly how to play the game in the beginning. But I kind of like this kind of self-exploration version of games with no tutorials. Because Hades is similar. The first Hades game, it has no tutorial. It just kind of launches you into the game, and then you just kind of play through it in your first run. I assume these red barrels are like explosives I have to navigate through. I think I'm going to get fucked, aren't I? Where'd that go? Well, I did say I was going to get fucked. How can I navigate this? It's getting kind of late, so I do want to go to sleep soon because as much as I enjoy doing this, I also do enjoy being well rested for the coming day of work. As unfortunate as it is. Alright. Maybe I'll try navigating this part. Next time I fall, I'll call it. I think that's a good stopping point. Understandable, I know. Oh, I wish I could not have responsibilities. I wish I was a lottery winner. I wish I won the Mega Millions or Mega Billions. Honestly, if I had like $10 billion, I would not know what to do with myself. I would for sure know that I'm never working a day in my life again. But at some point, like money becomes so abnormally large that you just don't know what to do with it. I don't understand people who, like, mega billionaires like Elon Musk, who just like hold on to a lot of that their money. Because honestly, like, I don't want to say I'm like I would help people with it because I'm super cool and super good, but I would for sure donate a lot of it. I don't feel like I need a ton of things. Just give me AC, computer, Wi-Fi, gym membership, and the guarantee that I never have to work again. I'm pretty satisfied. Like, yeah, nice meal every now and then. But even like what a nice meal is to me is like very subjective, right? Some people, sometimes all I want to eat is like a bowl of white rice and like eggs, soy sauce, sesame oil. Some days I want to have a fancy steak. I don't know. Oh, all right. A true test of finesse. Fuck. No. Where did it go? Where did it go? There. Oh. The dash cam. Where does it go? Is it gonna stop? Will it stop? Is it going to... Oh my god. I need to decide on my character design? That's a good question. I ask myself that every day. I got decided kind of on the concept first. Fisherman, because technically, alright, so VTuber lore time. The character is supposed to be based off of a very kind of obscure character from the King Arthur mythology called the Fisher King. And who the Fisher King is he's basically just this wounded guy who keeps the Holy Grail. And it's kind of an analogy because his wound is kind of a representation of his failings and all that other fun stuff that shows up in medieval literature. But basically, it's like I just kind of took the whole concept of like fishing and just kind of made it this dude a fisherman. Even the name Ryushi, so I was really thinking of Ryoshi because Ryoshi is just a Japanese word for fisherman, but then that's also not really a name. It'd be naming your son or something architect, right? It's more an occupation or a job. So I decided to make it a little more symbolic, a little more name-like. Ryushi means dragon child, generally. That's one reading of Ryushi. It also means like dragon and potential or something like that. There's a couple different readings. So that's more name-like and also kind of represents kind of a regality to it. And then technically, I think VTuber last name should be Oshiro, which means big castle. So again, kind of calling back to the royalty aspect. But I also don't know a ton about the Fisher King from Arthurian mythology because, quite honestly, there's not a lot written about him. He's not a super prominent figure. He shows up in the stories about Percival and Galahad. Really, it's just this guy who's just has the Holy Grail. His lands are rotting away because he's like failed to uphold his knightly vows or his kingly vows. And so he spends his time waiting for someone to get the Holy Grail too. And while he spends his time waiting, he just fishes, and that's why he's the Fisher King. So in different texts, it's kind of dependent on how he gets the wounds. Some it's from the lance of Longinus, the spear that pierced Jesus Christ's side and when he was hanging on the cross. But generally, I just kind of took the idea of like some type of regal figure and fishing and kind of combined them into whatever this is. All right, where's my ball? My ball falling? So you could look into it more if you'd like. I haven't really done anything with lore because I haven't had a good like idea. Oh fucking Christ! I think this is the end of the stream though, Sag. I think. Oh no, the ball. Oh shizen. Can we get to it in time? Nah. Yeah. The Holy Grail. It's not just random. There's thought put behind my thoughts sometimes. There's a little bit of planning. Now, whether it's a good utilization of that planning, debatable. But I thought it'd be interesting. Because I like King Arthur. I think like the whole Knights of the Round Table, I thought that stuff was so cool as a kid. And the whole chivalry stuff. Maybe I'm a bit lame, who knows, but I think they're fun. I think it's cool. I think it's a fun kind of British mythology to add to. The whole lore of Excalibur, all the Welsh mythology that comes with it. Because King Arthur is a collection of like myths from basically the British Isles. So it's like Welsh, Scottish. I think it's primarily Welsh actually. I think that's kind of reflected in some of the naming of some of the stuff where there's a lot of syllables. Because I think Excalibur might be a Welsh word. And there's also other like magic sword, not magic swords, it's like caliber and other stuff. Maybe a combination of Irish mythology as well. Scottish, Welsh, yeah, just a whole bunch of collection of myths from the British Isles, which basically constitutes the body of like the King Arthur work, with the most primary textish being Sir Thomas Malory's Le Morte d'Arthur, which is written, I think, in French, but I think it was translated into English. And then there's been different reinterpretations of it throughout the ages because, again, like British people like to write. I know, writing. And the one that I read most recently, by most recently I mean like a month or two ago, was John Steinbeck's attempt at writing kind of a modernization of the King Arthur tales. His is unfinished though, so it's not all of them, but it is interesting still. He has some decent amount of the cool stories, as well as adding a few of his own. If you don't know, John Steinbeck is like one of the most important American authors in American history. He wrote a lot of really important text, or a lot of important books that they make American high schoolers and middle schoolers read. Most notably, Of Mice and Men, East of Eden, Grapes of Wrath, and a bunch of other stuff. All right, so it's like nearing 12 o'clock, or at least for me, and I'm getting very sleepy, unfortunately. And my mouth is starting to hurt from all the talking. And also, my ball just dropped all the way back down to the beginning. We'll get him next time, maybe. Maybe I'll play this more, maybe I won't, who knows. Anyways, so is there a save point? I guess there isn't a save point, I just want to make sense. So, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for hanging around, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great night. Tomorrow, it might be a similar thing to today, where like I might be late because depends on gym schedule, stuff like that. But tomorrow I'm going to do anime tier list of the 2010s, because that was when I was really into watching a lot of the seasonal anime. So I recognize a lot of the stuff. And I also know like a little bit about everything there. So hopefully around 9 p.m., maybe 10 p.m. again, probably same-ish length. Thanks for stopping by though. Appreciate it. Have a good night.